In this video, I will first show you how to achieve our PowerPoint file in C#. Then I will explain applications of this. Our code will be in the description box. First, you need to add a reference to the PowerPoint object library. I will assume you already know what the using keyword is used for here. We use these two lines to create aliases for later. Next, we create all of our class variables. This is how a new PowerPoint presentation is made. Because multiple presentations could be opened at once, this describes all of them. On this line, we add a blank presentation to our previous bar. This just has allowed templates for a new slide that we use when we add new slides. Finally, we grab a collection of slides. Now we look at these two functions. The bottom one is pretty self-explanatory, so we'll focus on the top. So here we add a new slide based on two parameters. The first is the slide number. Slide numbers are one index, which is why we plus 1. The second parameter is our custom layout that we made earlier. After we have a full slide, we have text as notes. In this case, we can safely assume that there is a note page with a quick amount of shape indices because we created this slide ourselves. Next, we have to save our new PowerPoint. We do that using the presentation save as method, which takes 3 parameters. First is save destination path. Second just says how this presentation should be created. Third is one of Microsoft's proprietary types, the MSO tri-state. This just has to do with file config. Finally, we made sure to safely close what we were working with. Open is very similar. The only difference is in the new presentation ad. Here is called the presentation open method and simply pass in the file path. We use another function to parse the existing slides. First, we create a string file that holds all notes. Next, we use the for loop to reverse each slide. We assign this so we can look at a specific slide easier. Remember, slides are one index, so we add 1. Now we check if the slide has a notes page and if it is in the right format. If it does, we have the text there to the far str. Finally, we return this. And that's it for this class. To get a working sample, You need these in the Form 1 class. PPT could be a function bar, probably should, but screw it. Let's keep it as a class bar. The rest of this is all pretty self-explanatory. We also need this. We set up our UI to look like this. And upon opening an established PowerPoint with speaker notes, we see this. Let's try save. Let's say we start with this. Upon saving, we tear up PowerPoint to 3 slides saved for us. Speaker notes in PowerPoint are a very powerful thing. Speaker notes are tied to the slide. I can record these slides separately, which really helps considering my voice. Here are the first couple of slides and the PowerPoint recording screen from my TKT video. For these types of videos, I like to create true files so my subtitles are accurate. In the past, I would have to manually go through each slide and copy my speaking notes. With this, I no longer have to do that. In fact, I'm using this method to create this video. Disclaimer: I am not an expert. This just works for my purposes. I will leave links to more scripts. See sharp codes in the description of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to leave any questions regarding this in the comments section.